Hi, welcome back. This time we're going to be talking about tools, tool placement, and also reactionary drills. Okay, Patrick? You see a lot of guys that have a lot of techniques out there, okay, and especially in traditional martial arts styles. Okay, I'd be careful not to dog people too much in traditional martial arts. I'm sure a lot of people out there that are watching this are, are seeing these nasty emails, which is okay. I enjoy those. All right, so kind of gets me going and wants to do more videos. All right, so what I'm gonna do is, a lot of times people have all these tools, but they just don't know where to place them. Well, they have too many tools, okay, and then they know where to place them. Okay, it sounds kind of confusing. Sit back and think about that. Okay, so the first one we're gonna do is really basic. Okay, and you can compound a lot of things off it. So what I'm gonna do with Patrick is I'm gonna fake a jab, and all he's gonna do is he's gonna react to how he'd react off a jab. Okay, so I go here, boom, he freezes. Okay, at this point in the game, now we're working with tools. Okay, obviously the Jeet Kune Do concept, okay, is to the longest weapon to the closest target. So our first attack would be to the groin, obviously. Okay, we can go to the shin here. I can actually go eye jab with this. I could actually step and go cross. Okay, here I can really hook kick with him. I step out, I can savate line. Okay, I can push kick here, I can go here to his knee. Okay, those are some of the basic things. We can go off that. Now, back up, Patrick. If I go off the cross, boom, there's another line there. Okay, what do I have here? Again, side leg here. I go with the scoop kick. Okay, a line here. Back to the cross of the face. Okay, lead punch, even a hook. Okay. If this hand was dropped a little bit more here, probably, I can come in even with a knee. Okay, so now we're going to place our tools. Back up, Patrick. So now we work off a longer distance. Okay, Patrick's is going to react off, I say, a low line side kick to his knee. So that come in here, boom, there's my side kick. Okay, good. What do we have here? Back in, side kick here. A savate line inside higher here, inside, rear leg hook kick. Same thing, okay? The principles are pretty much the same, Patrick, as all. You'll notice a common denominator with all these. What I'm doing here: the jab, the cross. Even if I throw a hook at Patrick, boom, freeze. What do we have here? We have the cross. I could have an elbow, even knee to the face here, knee to the midsection here, knee here. Because I'm closer. As the hook line is I'm throwing as many kicks because obviously I'm closer. Okay, I could throw a hook kick here. I can even come down and smash his foot. All right. So those are the basic tool placements. Okay. And then what I'm going to do is what I'm going to do is he's going to read me. This is a reaction drill. Okay. So now when Patrick sees, what you're going to see here is if you focus here, if I'm going to jab, I'm going to exaggerate kind of. I drop and I throw my jab. Here's my cross. And here's my hook, okay? Now if you study my body here, right, jab, see the body's turning, here's my jab. Right there I'm saying a postcard saying, here comes the jab, here comes the cross, here comes the hook. So it's a jab, cross line, and hook. And Patrick, so what I'm going to do is, the reaction of this is, I'm just going to keep it to three, the jab, cross, and hook at first. He can either with the jab, he can slip it, he can catch it lead hand or right hand. Now when I throw across to Patrick, he can slip it or he can shoulder roll. Come close, Patrick. Now with the hook, he can bottom weave or he can shoulder roll, getting out of the way of that. Okay? So what I'm going to do is, it's a little difficult. Okay, so what I'm going to do is, I'm not going to tell Patrick now what I'm doing. I'm just going to throw a punch and he has to read my body because again, we're going to go three first. We're going to go jab, cross, and hook. 1, 2, 3. Okay, but since we spent so many hours, thousands of hours, Patrick and I, before doing this little clip, he has this complete master at reading me. Okay, so what we're going to do is, I'm not going to tell him. So when he sees me, see, okay, a little closer. Now I'm a little signal, I'm closer now. Ooh, okay, good, right? Good. 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 See? So what he's doing, he's watching my body. Because every time I throw a punch a certain way, even if you don't telegraph it, you're always going to send some signal to somebody. Either it's a physical signal, or it's more of a, I'm not get all like zen out or anything, but more kind of like an instinctual, spiritual thing per se. Type. When he feels this, he always goes, I'm going to nail, boom, going to hit you. And at that point, Patrick, hopefully his reaction, bang, he nails me. Okay? So, now from that, what we're going to do is, that is more of a passive way we're doing the drill. As it steps up, you get better at this with your training partner, where you're going to get a little more, he's going to go on the offensive, he's going to do some shoulder stops in there. Okay? Now I'm going to parry, he's going to kind of set up like jab my eyes or punch me in the nose every time. As I throw my jab, boom, so I shoulder stop. As I throw my cross, boom, right. Okay, notice very important, this hand's, you check this hand here. Okay, luckily because I already yelled at Patrick on this little clip here. It would have been really embarrassing for the YouTubers out there. Okay, so this is here. Reason why that's there is, Patrick, why is that there?
To monitor the hand.
Right, otherwise, obviously I nail him, okay? And Patrick knows I have a tendency sometimes to wake him up once in a while. Okay, because he's my favorite child. So, alright, anyways, yeah, right. Alright, so, anyways, we're going to throw a hook here. Boom, so I'm going to stop there, both hands here. Because if he didn't have this hand here, obviously, guys and girls, he'd still nail us. So he's going to stop with that right hand, okay, here. Alright? So that basically is we worked out tools in the beginning, you play with that a little bit, and now we play with a little reaction drill. Okay, you do the reaction drills, one of my favorite ones, because you learn how to read somebody here. And our goal is always intercept, okay, but just also, as he's here, stands before me, and he does a jab at me, boom, there it is. Just as someone turns his body, you know, you can, or he can also, or if he jabs at me here, boom, I'm going to see that. I'm going to go, you know, we first want to hit then parry, so you just saw that. So we don't intercept right away, or if I want to see him turn, I'm going to parry then hit, or hit then parry, either way. Whatever he takes to me.